Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com. I am AJ. I'm your host today. How you doing? Well, just another profitable day. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, again, again, as you saw yesterday, I went on Twitter and made sure all of you knew my positions. Again, I'm very transparent, and uh, I gave you yesterday's close. I told you that I was going to take Ulta long at 229.37, and I was going to take Res long. I also explained to you, like I do in the chat room, I'm simply overnighting Ulta for a quick pop out of the gate and sell right into the pop. I'm simply taking Res for looking for 25 to 35-cent move on it. See? Now, I don't know you. I don't know you. You're not even in my room. But this is nothing. I mean, I give 12, 14 ideas a day in the chat room just by myself. I have 10 of the most amazing moderators in the world, some of the most best technical traders in the world with Darkside, Jani, and Fire, and Palmer, and they provide their own ideas. I mean, Jani runs the morning shift in pre-market, and most guys are done. But I'm just nonstop. I'm always looking for plays, always looking for opportunities, always want to make money. My goal is always to make $1,000 a day and be happy. Most important, be happy. Do what you love. I love day trading. I think it's the most funnest thing to do. And it's a when you get to this kind of level, it's even funner because you're teaching people, helping people. And I know a lot of you are not in our room yet. So, but I want to give you a taste. Once in a while, I pretty much do it 3, 4 days a week for you anyway, which is why my following's pretty significant, almost 30,000 followers, and I've had that for many years. So, Ulta, I took a position and I gave you the time so that way you could get even lower. And what do I mean by that? I want you to take a look. Ulta closed at the 229 level, right? But look where it came down to. So you could have got $2 better pricing than me. And I simply told you I wanted to sell the pop at the open. Well, guess what? Here is the pop at the open. And it hit within 3 points within the first 5 minutes of the opening bell. This was a free trade. I didn't have to do that to you. I didn't have to do that. But a lot of times when I'm adding to my positions, I want to let the traders know, and I'm not in the chat room. And because I'm fully transparent, I do not tell a trader one thing and then tell them another. So as you notice, yesterday I took into I was 229. I was actually 230 when I started, but I was adding in at post market, and so my average came down to $229.30. So I wanted the room to know, and yet you still could have all been cheaper. Mark Purdue took 228. Some other people took 227.90. All right, what do you think they woke up to? People on Twitter that followed me actually thanked me for their profits. I mean, you want to see profits? Look at this guy. Are you kidding me? Mr. Earl. Mr. Earl, who's been in our room for, I think, almost a year. Look at his call. I mean, come on. Straight up. Right here, let me show you. Mr. Earl. I mean, this is what it's about. Look at Mr. Earl. He took 250 shares of Ulta at 230.50, and he sold this morning on the pop at 236.20. On 250 shares. Do you think he needs to work today? I think he's done. He was done when it popped. And this is something I just give for free. Imagine what I do in the room for you. You follow what I'm saying? So that was a great call. Then I gave you Res. Res is a cheap stock, right? So I gave you a big one to a small one. So I like to play Res when it's really down. So yesterday you could see the sell-off, which is really just horrific, right? So great trade in my room. His name is Reza. He knows I like this stock, so he yelled out. Reza says Res at 490. What did I do? I didn't even hesitate. I took 1,000 shares right there. I notified you on Twitter, and I said I was simply looking for a 25 to 30 cent pop. That's it. So I started in with 1,000. By the time I had done, I did my final ads. I had 1,450 shares, and just like I said I did, I wanted to pop at the open, and I got it. And it even went even more. Simple, basic day trading. These are nothings. They're just part of the business. Want to see something else? Here's a couple other trades we did today. Okay, PANW. PANW was an earnings play. Now, as I've educated the room over and over and over, there's certain things that get sold off, and PANW was going to get sold off. So I called for a pop at the open and a short. I said short the 220, give it room to 222, 223. So start small. The stock should sell off to $210 and under. I mean, even if I got you 210, 220, you were able to score 210. And I did make it very clear it was going to go to $210 and under, which is right here. Short at 221, give it room to 225. When the stock snaps 220, it is going to 210 and under. I could not have been more clarified on a trade, how to trade that stock. The next one we did was GBT. GBT was like, okay, I want you to listen to the news. Are you ready? I want you to listen to it the way we listen to it. Okay, first we want to listen to it the way maybe a bio chat room talks about it. What do they say? Okay, so here's the news. Um, all this is news. Okay, here's the news. All right, GBT announces the FDA accepted a new drug application and priority review of box slaughter for the treatment of sickle cell. Okay. Now, in your bio rooms that overcharge you, $400 for a month because they think they're so smart, smarter than us day traders, which they're not. They're trying to sell you, oh, look at this amazing news and look at the gap up. Okay. I don't get emotional. I read through the news. Okay. And the way I read this, now I'm going to tell you how I read it. The FDA accepted an application. Great. I'm applying to be the next CEO of Goldman Sachs. I put an application in. I don't know if he got it. Uh, so, I applied for a job at AEG to run the company and be the main board of director. I don't know if I'm going to get it. You see my point? I know you laugh at it because it sounds stupid. Well, that's what this is. To me, this is stupid. This is a short. Next. I mean, no brainer. I don't have any pricing on this. I don't have the drug approval. I don't have primary endpoint met. I don't have anything. I just have an application shuffling through paper. Here, you want some paper? Here, I got some paper for you. Here, let me file it under. I don't give a fuck. Okay, that's all it is. So for us, it's a short, right? I don't know what you did in your chat room, but for us, we want those points. So we want to short the stock, add on any pop at the open towards 57. So don't get scared because we don't trade scared in this room. The stock's going to come down to 51. That's it. No fucking brainer. All right, want to see how it played out? All right, so here's GBT. GBT. What did I say it would go to? 57 at the open, right? Missed it by 50 cents, pulled down. It didn't snap. I was kept telling the traders, if it snaps 52.50, it's gone. See? It's like a pool of mud right here. Once it snaps that, and I think it will in the next couple of days. But it did a nice short here. See? Right there. 52.50. Give me something hard. Oh, you want another one? How about I give you, let me see. Ah, gosh, there were so many. VRNT. What's that? I've never traded that before. Oh, that's right. You're in a room that just does in between lines. No, you're in another room that does the 8 cents and 75 trades, so you can click the platform so the guy can get paid. Yeah. Yeah, love those rooms. You know what? Let me give you an easy one. This one is kind of a snooze. It's called ATIS. What the heck is that? I know. I know. ATIS is a really nice trade today. I'll show it to you. All right, it's an offering. You guys don't do offerings. It's okay. We do. So here's pre-market. The stuff is gapping up. So and it closed at 79.50, and I'm looking at it gapping up here, $81. That's going to catch my attention. Why are we up a buck 50? Okay, so then I go and I do my homework and I do the research and I look, all right, and check it out. ADIS is up on a secondary pricing of 2 million shares priced at 79.50. Then why are we up? Why are we up? That's a short. Where do I start? Where do I begin? Where do I trade? Are you kidding me? So, ADIS, here's the call. Short at 82, move to 83 to add, take it down to $79.75. There's your trade. It hit $79.90. Oh my gosh. Here, you want another one? How about Netflix long this morning? Now, this was a little difficult one. So I had to kind of tell the newbie traders that just started the room because we had like 6 or 7 signups last night. I didn't want them trading this right away. I traded it and I made my money. I wish I could have held it, but you never really hold through things. As long as you turn green and you're a happy guy, that's the way I roll. I mean, I sold on this pop right here. Look at this pop here. Anyway, so we got our typical gap up in the morning, right? Here's our gap up. Nice, easy gap up, 291 to 295. Scale in short, take it down, bottom curl, right around what 290, and then move to the upside. Simple trade. Well, today, this morning in pre-market, there was mixed signals out there being said. There was some saying that uh, Disney is going to offer 2 months for free if they cancel Netflix. Let me tell you something. That's kind of dirty. When you think about it, when I heard that headline, I'm like, that's kind of dirty. That's like saying if you don't go to Burger King and you return your hamburger and show us your receipt, we'll give you a free burger over here at McDonald's. I mean, it's just some things that are just kind of unwritten. You kind of don't do. So I kind of was wondering, but you know what? That would take a stock down. If you tell somebody you want Disney, I'll give you a few months. Just go cancel Netflix. It's unheard of. It's kind of dirty, right? So then there was another thing saying, so I couldn't find the headline why it was tanking. And then this morning I get up again and I'm just like, what is this tanking for? And I see this morning something about concerns about September quarter. And then there was something else about aggressively pulling back, pushing back on reports from shift releases. I mean, it was just like, I don't think anybody had the story. All I know is Netflix was just yanking. I mean, look at this crap. So I had to get in it because, I'm a day trader. I love volatility. That's why I trade stocks. This was volatility. But it also can be a very risky trade. One, why is it risky? One, the stock can go to 275 to 270 if you don't know the news. And I did not know the news. The other thing is what's the other thing? It was trading thin. So I knew shorts were going to probably want to cover, and I was right. I knew exactly where they were going to cover. The only thing I did wrong with this particular trade was two things. I didn't stay in it a little bit longer for the reward, the higher reward I was looking for, which is fine because I started in at I think 288. Then I and added. By the time I was done, I had a 286 average. So I needed this pop here in the morning to get paid through 287, and I did. And it was just the first candle that came, and I was done with it. In hindsight, do I wish I could have taken it and done more? Now, what's the beautiful thing about the chat room is I'm already in the trade. And one of the things you'll find about me in this great room is I tend to be in it way too early. And so the day traders in here that come in, they actually get better pricing than I do. And so today was just no different. They were able to capture. I'm in it up here. They were capturing at 283 and 284, and it was just. And here's my call on Netflix this morning. Netflix, Disney possibly making a statement to cancel. Da 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 da. I nibble long here at 283. Give the stock room at 280. This is going to be. You have to. It's a little tricky. Do not recommend if you're new to trading. Leave it alone. But I do want to bounce it, and I even gave my current average of 287. So I needed that pop at the open. And I got it. And if I had stayed in it, I would have really flourished on it. But for the room, I mean, look what they got, 283. I mean, the stock hit 282.50. I mean, sometimes I get in a little early, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to be red on it. That's for damn sure. So that was a really great trade. So, and then we did another one called VRNT. I don't think you've ever traded that before, and it's okay. You're in a little childish room, so you're paying you a little 120, 30 bucks for a guy who's been trading for 2 or 3 years. He thinks he knows it all, but it's okay. It's all right. I'm sure you're happy making your 50 bucks. Here's VRNT. This is an earnings play. Um, and it popped after hours and then got killed off in a conference call. So obviously the call wasn't doing. I read the notes on it, what they said in the call, and so I played it out just perfectly in the chat room. I told everyone what to do. I basically said that the stock would roar at the open to 51. When it does, scale in at 51, start scaling in, and the stock will actually just kind of fade off and should tumble down to 47 and under. If you want to take a look, it's exactly what I said it would do. VRNT. 51 at the open, and the stock would collapse down to 48 or under, and then a bottom curl. And the stock ended up going down to $47 and under. So it was a really good short. I was really impressed with that call. And last but not least, we did a stock called Work. Now this was interesting this morning. Work missed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now Work was very, very interesting. The CEO came on CNBC in pre-market, okay, and he was saying, he's trying to talk up his company because they missed. It was a $31 stock, and you know, it was pulling. It gapped down to $27 a share. Now I love trades like this. So I listened to his speech. I felt he was kind of fast talking a little bit, and but I did feel like the stock would bottom out at $25.50. So I told the traders, listen, if this opens and pulls at the open to 25.50, go long the stock. The stock will rebound to 28.50. I have it right there, 25.50 and 28.50. So I just wanted you to pull it, bottom curl it, and just go long to the upside. Well, in the middle of morning, the CEO, they took his interview and they replayed it again. So it got investors all excited, all right, all over again. So this actually hit my 28.50, and then when they repeated the session, you want to see where it went? I mean, you had it was like you had to get out of its way. I mean, the stuff was crazy, but it was a great trade for people that were underwater that needed a trade. I mean, this was just a phenomenal trade today. So look at the gap. See, this is where it closed, and look where it filled the gap. It filled the gap. And look at the flag breakout. I mean, come on. You trade penny stocks in your life, you know a flag breakout right there. You go long at 27.30. There was a gentleman that came in the chat room and goes, I need a trade. I said, go long here at 27.25. And he took it all the way up to like 29. He couldn't believe how much money he left on the table. But he was happy, you know? And I want you to see the bottom. See how I said 25.50? See how yesterday it pulled to 25.84? So I wanted to give it room to pull at the open. But it stopped on a dime at 26. See the double bottom? It was done. The MMs weren't going to take it lower than that. So it was a slam dunker. The actual long, yeah, you could have got long and kind of maybe just played it, but the long was the breakout right here off that flag. That's your long. And you don't want to see it? Remember I always tell you in day trading, spot the buyer, especially in penny stocks. Watch for the buyer, you know? Okay, Deb, here's the buyer. See him? He bought here 120,000 shares, but that's the buyer right here. Right there. There's your buyer. And that's where I said lock and load. Somebody came in about 250,000 shares. They weren't playing. Smart move. What, 5, 6 million in stock? It just, bam, it was gone. Watch the buyer. When you get a nice buyer of that size, it's just going to right there. Look at the buyer. So, and it broke through it created it to go break through the flag. See that? There's the buyer. Flag breakout. It was gone. Never looked back again. It's a great play. Not bad. I missed it by 50 cents. And lastly, the chat room ended up giving me, for my hard work today, I'm rewarded. I'm graded every day in the room, and I'm fully accountable for my grade and my calls. I don't change anything. And today my grade was 100%. And you know, I work hard for that. Let me tell you something. I dedicate my life to this room to help them be successful, to do well, trade well, make money, but most important, love and learn. Two big L's, love and learn. That's all I want. So it's really important to me. Anyway, hey, thanks for joining me today. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, we're going to do this all over again. All right, take care. Goodbye.